Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue to read the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read it. Neither Idomeneus nor Agamemnon dared stand his ground, nor did the great and little Ajax, old campaigner, Nestor alone held out. The noble horseman Archias watched and warred, but not of his own will. One horse was finished, hit by a shaft, that fair-haired Helen's lord, magnificent Paris, reigned at his brow's highest peak, where the forelock crowns the skull, most fatal spot. It reared in agony, arrow piercing his brain, and flung the team in panic. Riding around the brazen point as the old horseman hewed, the race horse clear hacked away the traps. Sudden strokes of his sword, but on came Hector's team in the rush and bark of battle, sweeping their driver Hector on in fighting fury, and then and there old Nestor would have died, if Diomedes had not marked him fast. The lord of the war cry gave a horrid shout, trying to rouse Odysseus. Where are you running, the royal son of Letis? Cool tactician, turning your back in battle like some coward? Cutting and running so, take care that no one spears you in the back. Hold firm with me, we'll fight this wild maniac of the old man here. But long-enduring Odysseus never heard him. Down he dashed to the hollow Argive ships, so all on his own Diomedes charged them front, launched to a halt before old Nestor's team, and winged the flight of orders at the horseman. Old soldier, these young fighters wear you down, your strength goes slack, and old age dogs your steps. Your drivers worthless, your horses drag their weight. Come, up with you now, climb aboard my chariots, so you can see the breed of Troy's team. They flare for their own terrain as they gallop back and forth. One moment in flight, the next in hot pursuit. I took them both from Aeneas, drive terrors. Your own good team? Our aides will handle them. We'll steer these racers straight at the Trojans now, the great breakers of horses. We will let Hector see if the spear in my hand is mad for blood shed too. And the old charioteer rose to the challenge. Aides caught his team, Sthenelus, loyal Eurymedon, as the two commanders boarded Diomedes' car. Nestor grasped the glistening reins in both fists, lashed the team, and they charged straight at Hector, charging straight at them as Tydides hurled a spear and missed his man, but he picked the driver off. Enopius, son of proud Thebaios, gripping the reins, he slashed him beside the nipple, stabbed his chest. Off the car he pitched, his horses balking, ruin. There on the spot the man's strength and life collapsed, and blinding grief for his driver overpowered Hector, stunned for his friend, but he left him lying there, dead, and swept on. Out for another hardy driver, nor did his team go long without a master. Hector found one quickly, Aethiotus, daring son, Archipolamus, mounted him up behind his racers, thrust the reins in the fighting driver's hands. Now there would have been havoc, irreversible chaos. The Trojan panned in the walls of Troy like sheep, but the father of man and the gods was quick to the mark. A crash of thunder, Zeus let loose a terrific bolt, and blazing white at the hoofs of Diomedes' team. It split the earth, the blinding smoking flash, molten sulfur exploding into the air. Stallions shying, cringing against the car, and the shining reins flew free of Nestor's grip. His heart quaking, he cried to Diomedes, "Quick, Tydides, swing these stallions round the fly. Can't you see? Victory comes from Zeus, but not from you. He hands the glory to Hector, today at least. Tomorrow it's ours. If he wants to give us glory, there's not a man alive who can fight the will of Zeus. Over a man of iron, Zeus is so much stronger." But Diomedes, lord of the war cry, answered, "Right, old soldier, all you say is true, but here's the grief that cuts me to the quick. One day this Hector will want among his children. Diomedes ran for his ship, I drove him back. So he'll boast, I know, let the great earth gape and take me down that day." But the noble horseman Nestor shouted back, "Nonsense! Steady, Tydeus' son, such loose talk. Let Hector call you a coward, scorn your courage. The Trojan and Dardan troops will never believe him, nor will the wives of the lusty Trojan shieldsmen, never. You'll flung their lords in the dust, laid them low in their prime." And with that he swung their racers round, mid-flight, back again to the road. Trojans and Hector alert after them, shouting their savage cries, and pelting both men now with spears and painful arrows, helmet flashing. Rangy Hector hurled a resounding yell. "Diomedes, once the Danaan riders prized you first of men with pride of place, choicest meats and braving cubs. Now they will disgrace you. A woman after all. Away with you, girl, glittering little puppet. I will never yield. You will never mount our towers, never drag our women back to your ship of war. I'll pack you off to the god of darkness first." Fighting words, and Diomedes was torn two ways. He'd half a mind to turn the team and take him face to face. 3 times Tydides was tempted, heart and soul. 3 times from the crag of Ida Zeus let loose his thunder, the master strategist handing down a sign to the Trojans. Victory thunder, turning the tide of war their way. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.